Previously on Survivor. Two major alliances were forming on both tribes, with only Will being a part of neither. On the NFT tribe, Owen had tight duos with both Ben and Toby, and Tilly and Ollie made up the rest of the numbers in their strong 5-person alliance, with Robin and Dan being left on the outs. Owen targeted Dan due to his connection to Lizzie, Nogger and Phoebe, and while Robin began to recognise Owen's threat as the most connected player in the game, she pledged her allegiance to him as well as a way of keeping herself on side with the most powerful player, leaving Dan voted out in a 6-1 vote. The new Vibe tribe saw Phoebe, Freddie, Nogger and Lizzie becoming a strong 4 due to their pre-existing relationships. After obvious boot Will won immunity, Rhea was left as the only boot available for the 4 Friends Alliance. 11 people are left, and as the merge looms and lines begin to be drawn in the sand, the question is, who will be going home tonight?
I don't know, sorry. I'm already tall enough. Yeah. There was no other option than to vote out Dan this week.
Dan, I'm a big fan, but this is the plan. I hope you understand.
And it sucks saying that because I made fucking promises to everyone at this point, so it shouldn't be anything new. But I did promise him at the start that I would go far with him. But you know what? Things change, context change. We have to stick together. This is a good group. We literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 11, which is probably going to be at merge. Boom. I'm worried that when we come to merge, which I think will be soon, I will be up against a voting block of Nogger, Lizzie, Phoebe, and Freddie if Freddie joins that. So Dan doesn't get to join that group. That group are outnumbered, and I can sail through. It's a necessary evil thing to do. They can have idols, they can have whatever, but we just don't let them know what our plans are. Yeah. So me, Ollie, Ben, Tilly, Toby, we already have a 5 there, and Robin genuinely has multiple times in the past 2 weeks shown unconditional support for me. Robin and I have been on the same tribe since day one, and she's gonna ride with whatever I do.
We're all in it together now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We've got to meet up.
Okay, NFT on so 1, 2, 3 down NFT. So I feel confident that I'm not going to be the target anytime soon. It's just who we go for first when the merge does happen.
I think that we're going to try to stick together, which I think is very helpful for me.
1, 2, 3.
NFT!
Oh, that's really bad for Dan right there.
That's not ideal, is it?
First of all, you might be like, Robin, how do you feel about Tribal Council? Because you made it through.
Honestly, not great. Not great at all.
First of all, I would like to address that I genuinely thought I was going out.
They're voting me out. I just suddenly realised. They are, aren't they? Oh my god, they're voting me out.
When I cried, I meant it. I was so stressed.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't know. Oh my god, they're voting me out. I'm voting Dan, but I think I've made the wrong call. I didn't think this through. Sorry, I don't know why that's really stressed me. Well, it's been a good time. I didn't expect to be going like this.
I genuinely thought I was going home. I thought that was it for me. I tried to get the vote swayed to Ollie Bigley at the very last minute. I texted Ben.
As in the tribal council, I was texting Ben saying, you, me, Tilly, Dan, Oliver Bigley. 10 minutes later, I put or ignore me because I suddenly was like, there's no way I can talk to Tilly about this discreetly. And I suddenly realised that Ollie is sort of riding off Owen's wave. Owen is very, very in the game and very popular, but you can't vote against Ollie without breaking an alliance with Owen. Owen is my strongest alliance, not in the sense that I trust him the most, I don't. But if Owen has my back, then that keeps me in. So I have to appease Owen, and that's what I had to do today. I had to appease Owen and Toby.
I don't know. I don't think Dan should have gone home. It should have been Ollie.
I think fundamentally we made the wrong call. Absolutely. He gave more to the team than Ollie does. He's more invested.
I was like, I'm really going to miss Dan. I'm really going to miss the energy he brought. He was always down for a laugh. He was very silly. He was, he really uplifted the spirits of the team. The point is that there's a spoon on my... Robin, this group I'm now in, I don't trust at all. I have spoken to Ben about having an alliance. I messaged him because I was like, I trust Ben, and I do. I just agree with a lot of Ben's opinions.
So another tribal council down. Dan, I'm sorry, but you try and come after the Overlord, the Phantom Menace, the Puppet Master.
Haven't got much to say, just a quick update that I spoke to Robin.
Okay, Robin has just sent me a 1 minute long voice message.
Sorry about trying to pull that move. That was kind of risky, and I'm really glad we didn't do it because I realised also that even though I stand by the fact that I don't think Dad's going to vote it out, that would just really, really piss off Owen, and I think we would have lost that alliance.
I do trust Robin for now, but I'm not cementing that as much as I have my relationship with Owen, for example, because I see that as more powerful and I value that above Robin.
I'm not sure I'm going to share the information that I've spoken to Robin with the rest of the tribe. It could give me another nice secret channel of communication. If I have Tilly as an ally, Owen as a separate ally, and Robin as an ally, that could put me in a pretty strong position.
Being on the same team as Freddie will be so helpful because I feel like we'll be sort of playing together and voting together. Freddie's my number one alliance. He's the only person in this game I trust absolutely, completely, and if there's one person who's going to win and it's not me, I want it to be Freddie. Those are all my thoughts. I just feel like very tense. I think for the first time today I was like...
If we're not merging this week, we're merging next week for definite. Like for absolute definite.
I thought I was a goner. I felt my stomach leave my body.
I figured there was no point in hell that you were going to get voted out, so I just threw a vote on you.
You fucking took a risk there.
Yeah, well, I didn't think that anyone else would. So when I saw your name for a second time, I was like, oh fuck, I might have.
Well,
we didn't talk about that, did we?
He was like, I knew that you would be safe. And I knew you wouldn't be mad at me for voting for you. I just didn't want Rhea to get all the votes because I think she's really lovely. And bless him, I love Freddie so much. I was like, you are just too good for this world, Freddie Peach.
I do feel really sad. Like I didn't want to see Rhea go.
Didn't want to.
But
I didn't want her to get dog because I feel like
that's so far.
that would be.
it's just mean. I just felt mean. I regret it straight away. I actually wanted to go back and change my vote. I should have thrown it on Nogger.
Can you imagine if I'd not used the fucking immunity idol and Freddie by accident voted me out?
I feel really silly for like any time I'm like, oh, what if Freddie is playing me, because I just don't think he is. I actually feel very secure in my alliance.
That was actually the hardest council though. Like I've actually just not cared at any of the ones before. It's just but that kind of broke my heart.
It's not nice when you get to know people and you're like, actually everyone is lovely people.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, me, Lizzie, Nogger, Freddie. I think that's quite solid.
I'd like to keep Phoebe as an ally for as long as possible.
But right now I'm more just thinking about who I'm gonna have the most fun playing these games with.
This would be the smart time to pretend like you're a little bit more relaxed about winning. Because someone like Toby has a huge target on his back because everyone knows that he wants to win.
He really wants to win. I don't see anyone wanting to win the way that he wants to win.
Lizzie, for example, really wants to win, but I think people don't see her as much as
wanting to win.
Yeah, I think that's where you should be. That's where you and Freddie both need to go a little bit. I think when the merge happens.
I don't feel hugely like I've got enough people against me as of right now where I would be threatened early on.
It's more about convincing people that I'm less bothered about winning and I'm here for the fun, which is partially true, but also like I wouldn't mind that £100. Sure, I think we're about to merge, aren't we?
I think there is something in the air. It's like voting out big threats. And I worry because they're kind of in my alliance circle, but Phoebe and Toby are quite competitive and quite actively competitive. So if people are talking about voting out big threats, I hope that they can like lie low enough that that doesn't hit them.
Guys, this might be the end of Vibe Tribe. I feel like we should.
Good riddance. What a stupid fucking name.
Yeah, I know. So true. So true. But I mean,
Nogga
like,
came up with it. Don't knock it.
Why?
I swear it was Nogga. Don't knock
yeah,
it.
and Nogga
Don't
has
knock
bad ideas. I literally have said this from the beginning.
I'm excited for the merge. I'd obviously also be in like technically a tribe with loads of people I've never been with before. I haven't seen the other tribe work together. I've never seen them all have a conversation, so I don't know who's like pulling the strings. I think it could be Ben. I really think it could be Ben, because I remember in the whole the week of Charlie's, that whole crazy shit week, it was not just Charlie, it was Ben and Charlie. Like, I do remember that because I was present during their conversation. So he's definitely a threat, but I don't know who his alliances are. I literally know nothing. I know nothing.
It's all gone so fast.
Yeah, I kind of miss OG FTT.
Yeah, for real.
Alright, okay.
Yeah,
Walk over here.
So we have a challenge this evening. This evening, you may ask. Yes, at 10 p.m. Call me old. Oh my god, I should be in bed. I should be wrapped up in a blanket at that time. It's a big night out. It's a big night out. I have no idea what the challenge is going to be this evening. It's in Owen's kitchen. So maybe we're just going to be like making dinner. No problem, that's not it, is it? Oh my god. What if it's a baking challenge?
It's going to be interesting to see how people react.
I think the fire tornado vibe thing is bullshit. But I personally don't care. I mean, most of my friends are on the opposite, the original Vibe Tribe anyway, so at least I'm being sensible. I don't know what everyone else is doing.
Lizzie is definitely one of my closest allies right now. She told me she found the idol. She told me about Freddie's idol as well.
I am worried because now I know after Toby told me that Freddie has an idol and Lizzie has an idol, and if Freddie does join that group has 2 idols and could really fucking turn the tide around. Freddie, he before like tried to throw Toby under the bus. He came to our fire tornado and told us that Toby had the idol, which was false. That was bullshit. Toby never had an idol. So I think Freddie will naturally go for Toby, but between the two, I am choosing Toby to move forward with.
I still have my idol as of right now, so if I make this merger with that, that could come in handy.
I just hope the idols don't fuck anything up.
I think I need to go in today and make sure I go in like silly and bubbly and funny and very trustworthy.
All right, welcome to the next challenge. As you can see, NFT Tribe, New Vibe Tribe have voted out Rhea at the last tribal council.
You know, at least I'm not. I don't lose both of them. I only lose one. It just sucks because I didn't want to go far with Rhea and Ben, but here we are.
She was really sad. I hugged her and I didn't hug anyone else who's left so far.
She was graced with the hug of Phoebe, and it's been a good run between Vibe versus FTT, but this is about to become an individual game. Drop your buttons. We are merged.
I've made the merge.
The merge.
Oh, Buff, your new Vibe.
This is kind of a cute colour. It's a bit of foresty green.
I've got my 2 closest allies still in. Lizzie survived.
Anybody voted off from now on is on the jury. It's not only you voting people out, but you're voting people out to vote for you to win, which is crazy. Because like, how do you do that?
Hello, Zan here. I just thought I'd come in and give another Survivor 101 now that the merge is upon us, and explain kind of how the rules differentiate at this point in the game. From now on, immunity challenges are individual immunity challenges. So instead of a whole tribe winning immunity from the vote, it will be one individual person each week. In addition, once people are voted out, they join the jury. Now, the jury are still not part of the game. They're counted out of any immunity challenges and votes from now on. But at the end of the game, they will have the final say in who gets to win. So once we're down to 2 people, those final 2 face the jury. the last 9 people they voted out. And at this final tribal council, the jury is allowed to ask questions and grill the final 2 contestants, because at the end of that night, they will go into the voting booth for the final time and they will write down the name of the person they want to see win the game. Even more important to maintain good bonds with people, because if you betray too many people, you're in danger of them not wanting to vote for you on the jury. So they have to balance maintaining the numbers, voting out the threats, and not pissing too many people off. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll let you get back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Actually, I don't know if all of you know, but I thought everybody knows I have an idol. Because I literally took it out of my bag and got it. So clearly I'm not being that.
I've got an idol. One of my closest allies has a fake idol.
Piece of shit.
I know who has the other idol. I'm feeling pretty good right now. And I'm ready to take control on this game and absolutely dominate.
Literally before it, Sam was like, does anybody want to use it? And because everyone on our tribe knew, I was like, no. I literally just I actually feel like it's been more of a burden than it's actually helped.
I've been lying to her the whole time, essentially.
I would totally use it to save Nogga or Toby if I thought they were up for elimination. But then as soon as you do that, it's like screaming, I have an alliance with Nogga and Toby.
I still have my idol. I haven't told anyone about it apart from Lizzie and Robin. Although Toby suggested to me the other day that he knew I had it, which kind of put me on the back foot. But I don't know how he would have found out.
Go with the perplexity tribe?
Yes.
We can think of a better one than that, surely.
Shut up! It's the perplexity tribe. I feel like now, the thing is, only one person's going to get immunity. So I'm not really that fussed about trying that hard to get immunity. It's more about having strong friends so that people don't want me to go.
I wanted it to be Lexi, our queen, tribe.
Perplexity doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm perplexed.
No, but we don't know perplexed.
Keep walking down. I don't even know what the tribe name is.
Yeah, Lexi time.
Lexi time.
Gun to your head, what's the name of the new tribe?
First thing.
Outer wangs.
What about Ixal?
This is the
Let's
official
see
word.
backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Ixal.
Oh, Ixal.
So, welcome Ixal tribe to your first individual immunity challenge. You will be competing for the individual immunity.
Oh my god!
This is going to be a memory challenge.
It's 11 o'clock at night!
Yeah. You will be given 6 symbols: a cat, roots, a tornado, a tree, a crown, and swords. I will read out to you and show you an order of symbols, and then I will instruct everyone to repeat that back to me one by one, showing each symbol. If you get one wrong, if you misremember a symbol, you are out of the challenge. The last one standing wins.
We all got given these cups with different symbols on the front, and on mine, behind the tree, I get a note which is giving me the directions to find the merge idol. As I turned it round to see it, Robin leans over and goes, "Oh, there's notes on the back of yours," and then sits back down. I don't know whether she's just a bit too lackadaisical to actually realise what was going on.
Tiny Diamond is my name. Comes straight from my daddy's brain. My whole body's...
Yeah. This is the first pattern. Everyone, shush. This is the first pattern. Right. Swords. Cat. Tree. Cat. Roots. Alright. Everyone show me. Get ready for the first symbol. 3, 2, 1, show. Right, everyone says sword. The correct answer is sword.
Yeah.
Everyone get ready for the next one. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says cat. Everyone is correct. Next symbol. 3, 2, 1, show. Everyone says tree. Everyone is still in this round. Alright. Everyone get ready for your next symbol. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says cat, and everyone is correct. What is the final one in the sequence? 3, 2, 1. Everyone says roots. Everyone is correct. We'll go on with the next one. Right.
Oh my gosh, there's something gross in my hair. Wait.
Other songs.
Ew, what was that?
On to the next round. The first one. Roots. Crown. Cat. Roots. Tornado. Tree. Swords. Alright. Everyone, get ready with your first symbol. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says roots. Everyone is correct. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says crown. Everyone is correct. To the next symbol. 3, 2, 1.
Fuck. It wasn't the cat that I thought.
Everyone says cat except for Will, who says roots. Either Will just won this round or he is out.
I think we know which one's wrong.
Will, unfortunately, you are out of this challenge. The correct answer was cat. Please answer.
At least we're on that one.
Yeah, it would be rude if you got a
Will, alright, everyone get ready with your...
I'm not looking.
No, I thought you were going to knock.
Everyone get ready with your next symbol. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says roots. Everyone is correct. Alright, everyone get ready with your next symbol. 3, 2, 1. Tornado. Everyone is correct. Next symbol. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says tree except for Ben, who says swords. And is out of this challenge. The correct answer was tree. And everyone get ready with your final symbol. 3, 2, 1. Sword. Alright, the next symbol.
Wait, I'm going to say
No. Crown. Tree. Crown. Roots. Tornado. Swords. Tornado. Tree.
Oh fuck.
Roots.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
You know what? It's a fucking guessing game.
Alright.
Oh.
Everyone get ready with your first symbol. Everyone, 3, 2, 1. Everyone says crown except for Ollie, who says roots. Fails at the first hurdle and he is out of this challenge.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Next symbol. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says tree. Everyone is correct. Right, next symbol. 3, 2, 1. It says crown, except for Toby and Freddie, who both say roots. This could be a major wiping out.
Yeah, it is.
The answer was crown, unfortunately. Alright, everyone get ready with your next symbol. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says roots. Everyone is correct with roots. Alright, next one. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says tornado. Everyone is correct. Alright, next one. 3, 2, 1. Everyone says swords except for Phoebe, which says tree. She could have potentially won this challenge. The correct answer is swords. He is out of this
My heart is
challenge.
beating so fast. This is so stupid.
It is down to 4. 3, 2, 1.
No!
Everyone says something different.
Wait, oh fuck, you know what, guys, I actually knew it. I just did it in the wrong
No,
order.
I will tell you that one person has got it correct.
Yeah, it's
not me.
tornado. It's tornado.
The correct answer was tornado. Everyone else?
I'm so mad I wasn't for that.
Everyone else, you will have however long that you have to figure out who will be next posted out. We'll see who that is.
It's a survival.
No.
I'm a winner, baby.
To go with my gorgeous, gorgeous immunity idol, I have an immunity necklace only valid this week. So this week, your girl can't get voted out and she can't get paranoid and go crazy. Sweet freedom.
Lizzie has won immunity, which is absolutely brilliant. Love that for her. She kind of automatically is out of the conversation, which is wonderful. So I can hide my connection with her for a bit longer.
It's the one right by this door.
I get like a week, a free pass. So I'm probably quite a good wagon for people to hitch themselves to at this point, which I think they are. So before the challenge, I was sat next to Ben in like the semicircle, and we were like talking, we were just like chatting about like memory games and stuff. I'm probably not gonna do very well. He's like, oh, if it gets round to us, like, oh goodness. He was like, oh, it's okay though, because I don't think either of us have anything to worry about. Neither of us are getting voted out.
Okay, the first...
And I was like instantly like, but what I said was, oh no, I don't know, I would rather be better safe than sorry. Hee. Like much more casually and calmly. Not only is he implying that he thinks I have a very secure position, but that he also has a very secure position.
I don't want to miss out on everything.
Ben is more in charge than I thought he was. So that was the first slightly strange interaction I had with Ben.
I will say my piece now. Oh. I think we should vote for Will because I know him the least.
Thank you, Freddie.
I hope you have a lovely evening and sorry, please don't say it's just Robin. Anyway,
Can we go now?
yeah, let's go. The merge has happened.
It has.
How are you feeling about the merge?
Glad it's happened, if I'm honest.
Yeah, me
Didn't
too.
like my tribe very much.
Yeah.
Merge is done. Very happy. Can do proper alliance shit now.
Everyone's an enemy, which kind of makes everyone a friend also.
I think my master plan is kind of to try and establish what the majority vote is and go with it. I don't really care who goes out as long as I can stay in a majority.
We're gonna vote, I think we're gonna vote Will.
Yeah.
Because we know him the least.
I'd like Owen as well. We were pretty tight when he was on my team. Ben as well as someone that I think is worth keeping on side.
The remaining NFT people agreed at Tribal Council to form a group alliance. I think we're going to have a strategies talk after tomorrow's Tribal Council and work out who's a threat and how we're going to get rid of them.
Yeah.
But I think that if we get rid of Will, that's me, Toby, Owen, Ben and Tilly and Ollie. Because we have the majority, we have the swing vote.
Obviously I've got Robin. And we've spoken a lot about, being in an alliance, and she wants to take us to the final two, as do I, but I'm not completely dead set on that. Don't want to sound mean, but I am playing for myself and not for Robin.
I don't know whether or not to explicitly tell them, but I will always tell you who we're voting.
Cool. And if they want to vote for me,
then I'll
it's
protect
your job
you.
to stop it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think right now I'm chilling. I don't need to strategize too much because the way I've been playing so far seems to be working, so I'm just going to keep it that.
Big slay, big slay.
This is immunity, you can get your own. Yeah. Straight after the challenge, there was a really awkward conversation with basically all of NFT and Lizzie.
So I sat down and I realised I'm sat with the NFT tribe.
11, and there are 6 of us. So if we make a decision here, then that can just be
a decision.
What happened.
Yeah, very true.
Assuming you're all trustworthy.
Lizzie, you're safe this week and weren't in our tribe last week. Do you want to get things rolling?
Yeah. He suddenly went, okay, well I think Lizzie should start us off. What do you think? What do you think about all this?
You have no risk factor here. Yeah.
What? Okay.
Where would you be inclined to lean this week?
Well, I actually don't know because I have been thinking about all right, big man, you go first.
I don't know if he's a backseat leader or if he's trying to just gauge my thoughts, but I was kind of I want to gauge your thoughts because I want to know who's got alliances with who.
I think we should ask Lizzie. As we were. Guys, okay.
Will you let me answer that?
Yes! Sorry, but then you said I don't know.
This fucking guy.
Well, that's not nice.
What I would like to ask to your new Finalizing tribe is like, how have you guys been voting since your new tribe?
We've sort of been been unified as an entire group.
We all voted for Dan.
They were just all in agreement, conveniently, which is helpful, about their previous vote about Dan. They all were like, oh, we all just agreed. I think Ben also said, like, oh, I also saw Dan as a big player, like he could have been a threat to me. I was like, Ben's thinking about threats.
Does anyone want to say a name?
I want to say, like, I know Freddie said Will, but I also feel bad if it was Will.
Well, if we're not taking a safe option, then there's going to have to be a.
If we're not doing Will, then it's what, Robin, Freddie, Phoebe, Nogger.
That's who's got here,
There was such mad dancing around the topic. Like, you could tell that they all wanted to say that they wanted to vote out either Phoebe or Freddie, but I suspect Phoebe.
God, I don't know.
So awkward.
I don't know. It's uncomfortable. What did we say is the other three? Robin. I feel bad. Phoebe.
And somebody went, there's Phoebe, and then it was silence. They're basically pussyfooting around the conversation like absolute dickheads, and I hope they know it. I was too. I'll put my hands up and say I was not joining in that conversation.
Why don't we vote out Zan?
Why don't we do?
I think Ben is in charge. Whether people are aware of that, I think Ben is in charge.
So maybe we should leave it and reconvene.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, trying to think of, like, properly, is that it's like a 6-person majority, right?
Yeah.
I want that 6-person majority to include, like, my alliances so far, which is you, Phoebe, Freddie and Nogger. Basically, I think everybody was dancing around the fact that they all want Phoebe out, right? Is that the
There's
or like Freddie, whichever one of them.
there's a general that, but that's just because we were on a tribe together, so we're like.
Yeah, so was that something pre-existing?
I mean, it's been talked about.
Okay, right.
It very quickly became clear that we weren't going to agree. Because what I'm seeing right now
Well, yeah, I know.
is that you're in one side
Yes.
and I'm in with the other
No,
side.
I know, and really what needs to happen
And
is
we can no, and we can kind of be taking shots at each other's sides.
Okay.
But we both kind of keep each other
Okay.
safe.
If we sort of stick in different alliances, then we can like take one off each time. And I was like, what do you mean? That's scary. I don't know if I fully understand the mechanics, and I don't really want to commit to something until I understand that it's foolproof and will actually work. Who is leading the stuff about Phoebe?
Ben.
Okay. Oh shit, I don't know what to do.
I mean, obviously, as you saw in there, if there's anyone kind of like leading that
Yeah,
stuff,
he
it's Ben.
seems in charge.
He's like pushing that agenda the most.
No, I got that vibe. Yeah, of course, babe.
And she was really just sticking around.
Where are Ben and Tilly? What? Where are Ben and Tilly?
They're in my room.
They just went in your room.
We just chilling in my room.
Were they like lingering so that you guys could chat after we
Yeah,
left?
but like nothing's been said still.
So Tilly and I are just in Owen's kitchen, waiting for him to come back.
I just realised when I sat down, I was like, I'm at the table with the whole tribe that I was not on.
I, for one, pretended to be unlocking my bike for like 3 minutes.
Lizzie, based on that conversation, doesn't seem to particularly trust the rest of us and doesn't really seem to be shedding her loyalties to the others, so...
I was at Van's. And then we were leaving and Zan was like, I've not eaten dinner. And he like filled a cup full of dry cornflakes. So I feel, after this chat, I feel like a cup full of dry cornflakes. I don't know what I'm doing! Thank God.
Yeah, it's such a slip. After she left, we all reconvened.
You could tell that we were literally in our normal group with Lizzie.
Yes.
And I knew that whatever was going to be said at the table, she was going to take straight back.
Which is why I was like, guys, we don't know.
Now that I've gotten this far, I'm kind of A, surprised that I've managed to get this far. B, I'm really liking the people around me. It's like, it's really fun. You get to like socialize and meet new people and new friends, get in a little alliance, and I feel like honestly the alliance is gonna like continue on. I feel like I could talk to any of the people in my alliance right now.
So we have 6, right? My biggest fear is just all 6 get cancelled out by fucking chance. I think we make it seem like Phoebe.
Maybe I should do it because I'm one of the people that definitely doesn't seem to be a threat in any way.
I have to be strategic in the fact that I have to be small and little, like a little goody two shoes and just kind of there. And I think I need to play more with that idea that I'm a bit stupid. Because it does work at the end of the day. It has worked so far when it wasn't so fake. Be like a minor player until the last few, I think I've got a chance.
So who are we actually going to vote?
It's Nogger or Phoebe.
It's definitely not wrong.
Or Freddie.
Basically, I reckon they're going to think we're going to go for Phoebe.
Yeah.
And so we should go Nogger or Freddie. I mean, we'll probably end up flushing Freddie's idol anyway.
Oh yeah.
Does Freddie have an idol?
Yes.
How do we know?
I kind of dropped the bomb that Freddie has the idol.
He can't have got there first.
Kind of brought that up because I wanted to kind of get the target on him to get his idol out.
Got one from the slide puzzle. Go on, slide puzzle.
Are you joking? There was a fucking idol thing there.
So the people did the calling and the slide puzzle block. The slide puzzle block, please.
Are you joking?
That's why I've really.
This is my personal hell.
Oh, but Benny's about to
Ben,
cry.
It's over! It's over! My idol search is over! It's not there! It was never there!
Freddie has the other fucking idol, and I'm furious but also elated that I wasn't being stupid when I was searching. Like it just wasn't there. Oh, I didn't even consider that he already had a clue.
It was never there!
Because it was there.
Oh my god, yes, but it was already gone.
Oh my god, no.
All those hours were for nothing.
Freddie has my idol. I want him gone.
The easiest to pull off is Freddie. Because if we keep the conversation on the girls, Lizzie will play an idol.
We waste her idol and get rid of
we get rid of a different idol at the same time. See why
Freddie, vote for it.
If he does end up playing his idol, they're more likely to think that we're going to go for Phoebe. Play the idol on Phoebe, Freddie goes home. It's all fun and dandy, and worst case scenario, Freddie plays his idol, then they're voting for Will, so Will goes home.
In my opinion, the easiest is Freddie.
I quite like this idea.
Only because it could get rid of 2 idols.
It's a real shame because I do really like him. He's a really nice guy, and he was OG FTT. Fucking I'm gaining my separatist army. Me as the Phantom Menace. The Clone Wars have begun. That's what I'm calling the merge, it's the Clone Wars. This is ridiculous. My ideal situation, my ideal scenario next week, Nogger, Phoebe, Freddie and Lizzie all think that we're going for Will, and we all go for Freddie. Freddie goes, takes my idol, his idol, with him, and then the numbers are so firmly in our favour, and it's a hell of a move if we pull it off.
And I feel like he just would not expect it at all. Just literally, like, don't even make it a possibility.
Okay. How likely do we think Robin would be willing to do that?
I don't think she would be willing to do that.
That loses us a number.
Robin and Freddie on our original, like, had like a special duo alliance thing.
We could always do it with 5 and just hope that the other 6 do not unanimous.
Or we get Will.
Actually, yeah, you could get Will. I reckon.
I don't think Robin would run off and vote with them. I think she'd want to vote with us.
But she
whether or
can
not we
tell
give her.
I am going to text Robin, because Robin said she trusts me, and I want to maintain that trust and keep it as a little secret alliance.
Are we the villains?
No,
Yeah.
we're the puppet masters.
Freddie would be next. As soon as Freddie, Lizzie, Nogger, Phoebe, Will are gone, I genuinely think every single person will just take me to the end, which is an amazing position to be in because they don't actually realise that I'm trying hard or scheming. You're a bloody genius.
Okay, so we've just come out of the merger. We've merged. Would you like to go back to the OG alliances? Because I did really quite trust you.
Yes, I would.
And
I was hoping that would happen. Like FTT reunite. I don't think I've got enough time to make the groundwork with the original Vibe Tribe people without it looking sus.
I think that I think on the one hand, Will could be malleable, like he could be convinced to vote with us because he has no allegiance to anyone because he's so out of it. The only thing I think probably kept him in last week was the fact that he got immunity.
Yeah, he would have been gone. I would have rather had Rhea right now.
Because we know Rhea better.
I think Robin is a very strong player.
I'm down to vote Will if you are. That means you know Freddie. I don't think it will be too hard to sway other people.
I also think we need to start thinking about
thank you, Jack.
who's a threat.
I need to get this out.
Well, this is the thing, but I think the threats are... I think the threats are Toby and Owen.
I think Toby is the biggest threat.
I thought the same. I think Toby needs to go. Because now it's every man for himself.
We've made a list titled GTO, Get Toby Out. There are 8 people on the list. I can confidently say we'll vote for Toby.
Because like Lizzie, Nils and Freddie as a fight, that can be a fight. That can keep us going for a long time.
Phoebe is what keeps Lizzie and Nogga together. That's what she's the thing that ties them all together. Phoebe is the core of that. She's the heart of that. So I think I'm gonna speak to Phoebe and be like, we get Toby out. And then tomorrow morning I'm gonna message Will. I don't think he has any strong alliances to anyone, which is an opportunity to get someone on your side. I just think before other people get to Will, he should be contacted.
But I'd like to stick with you guys.
Me too.
Because you're the only people that I've ever felt. I felt like I completely have, like, it's a mutual having backs. And like, I actually don't want to get you out.
Oh, if Toby gets to Will, then we can't use Will against Toby. Okay, I'm gonna have to message him. Right, on it now.
So after all of that strategizing and all of that bullshit of us just sat there, Ollie's come into my room and suddenly, out of nowhere,
I have an idle clue. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Within the folds of an academic loop on campus, make your way to the place. Look within the trunks and don't be duped.
Email me that photo. I'm gonna get on my screen. I'm gonna decipher this shit. I think Ollie's heart necessarily isn't in the game. He's my best friend in general, but looking at the game, for example, my closest ally is not Ollie, or has never been Ollie. I honestly think the Freddy plan is so clever, but I'm just going to tell Lizzie tomorrow that it's Will or Nogga. I'd rather talk strategy with someone who actually wants to talk strategy, and I'd rather bounce off somebody else and I have no one to bounce off with Ollie, and I'd rather take Ben and Toby further than going along with Ollie. But I think Ollie will just follow whatever the fuck I do, like blindly. Academic loop? Let me get the Warwick map.
Me and Owen decided to go out to the engineering building.
We're on our way. I'm in a fucking hoodie.
We did spend a relatively long time looking for it.
Checked all of the trees and it's not in a trunk. And if it is, Dan, you're a fucking gymnast.
Finally.
This is by fucking miracle. Oh my god, I'm literally about to die. We fucking got it, Oh my god.
We found it just in like a really precarious position next to a tree, but it was like before a big drop, and Owen was pretty close to falling in.
We found the idol, which is crazy. Well, I found it. Ollie has it because he had the clue, you know what I mean? We got it, baby!
High five.
Let's go, okay.
I have the merge idol now, and I'm going to keep that secret. I'm not telling anyone at all about it.
Okay.
Congratulations, you finally knew.
Of course, Owen, because he knows that I have it, he helped me find it, but I'm not telling anyone about it because no one is too aware of the fact that a merge idol is supposed to exist.
I think this is best kept completely secret.
I completely agree. Nobody knows. And even if Robin saw, she wouldn't spoil.
No.
So nobody will know about this. I saw the idol and I thought in my head, what happens if I just grab it? What happens if I just grab it and don't say anything? And I wish I did. I really wanted it. And it's fine, it's fine. It's tons more security. Yeah, I feel more safe right now than I ever have done, which is pretty fucking awesome. And this could cause some major damage. Can't wait.
Major damage.
Major damage. Carnage.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. The plan is Freddie. We're gonna vote for Freddie, and we're all very committed to
I
this.
think I've done a pretty good job so far of kind of blending in a bit, being chummy with everyone, not making too much of a mess publicly, trying to control things from a distance when and if I can.
We had to go over making sure that everyone was on the same team about 4 times, I think. I'm a bit scared. I just hope I don't spell Freddie wrong.
I'm on my way to meet with Ben. I've slept on it. I know what I'm gonna do. We're getting Toby out. We're getting Toby out. It's such a waste to vote for Will. It's just a waste to vote for Will. I think that we have to get Toby out. I think now's the best chance. I just really hope this pulls off, because if it doesn't, I'm so fucked.
I went and met up with Robin, where I cemented our alliance.
Hello.
We're in the tribal council spot.
I know. We thought best utilise this hidden gem.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anne, for shouting it out. Okay, so I think you go first.
Okay. So obviously yesterday I stayed behind, kind of had a chat, but everyone was really cautious and unwilling to give anything up.
Can I guess what you were thinking?
Yeah, go on.
Was it Phoebe?
That we kind of had a thought about that, but we weren't sure. Obviously, we didn't really want to say that to Lizzie because
Was the other one Nogga?
Also an option, but there's potential for quite a big move here.
Who?
Freddie.
No, you can't get rid of Freddie.
Why?
Because I feel like Freddie is like such a useful alliance.
I don't think he's too allied with the others. I established that the plan was to vote for Freddie and get him out.
Okay, I've just met Ben. Oh my god, my heart is beating. I was like, as soon as he said it, I was like, right. I think that we have to get out Toby.
Really?
And we replace Toby with Freddie.
Would Freddie be willing to flip?
Freddie's not as alliance with the others as you think.
He was quite keen to get Toby out and to get people to flip onto the other 4 to get Toby out.
Freddie, I genuinely think Freddie will flip. Freddie is closer with Owen than the others, but he's been like he just coincidentally was with them in the other tribe. But Freddie is like close with Owen.
Freddie has an idol.
Does he?
Yes.
How? Do you know?
He has, because he got a clue from the slide puzzle.
Shit. And wait, how do you know that he's got the idol?
Owen said it.
Well, then there's no. Well, then surely that's because we're not going to get Freddie out there.
He won't play it if he doesn't see it coming. You could get him out and flush an idol all in one move.
What I was thinking the whole time was I was like, I need to get Ben to think I'm agreeing with him, but I'm absolutely going to tell Freddie. This is how I'm going to get Toby out. I'm going to get Toby out by the minority, by Freddie playing his idol. Okay, then I agree. We give Freddie no clues whatsoever.
Yeah, I think
the only person who I don't know if they'd tell Freddie, and maybe I've read it wrong, is Owen, because I know that Owen and Freddie have like a sort of a
quite keen.
The thing is, I think as well, if we all vote Freddie, then it would just be like genuine sheer bad luck.
I would also suspect that somebody had leaked. Like, I think if Freddie played his idol, I'd be like, that's unbelievably cautious if he had no idea it was going on.
Yeah. I'm going to make it look like Freddie's already had doubts so I don't seem suspicious, and I'm going to vote for Freddie, but I'm going to tell Freddie everything and get Freddie to play his idol.
Would you play your one and only idol week 1 of merge when you didn't know that you were
The only reason why I hesitate is because he has mentioned it. So I walked back with him yesterday, and he said that he worries that he's in danger.
Or alternatively, if he plays the idol and those 3 all vote for Will, thinking that that's the play, that gets rid of Will, and that's fine. That's not dangerous to us at all, and we still have the numbers advantage to go after Freddie next week.
The thing is that I think the others are going to vote out Toby. This is what's stressing me out, because if Toby will go, if we don't.
All right.
Do you think
that's fine?
So if Toby goes out this way, then you're saying
that's fine. But I'm happy to lose Toby. Toby is a threat. You're right.
I don't mind Toby going out, but I'd like to do it in such a way that doesn't lose me full trust with Toby's allies.
I'm just scared of Freddie with an idol, and either way, as long as we put all the votes on him, he either goes home or he has to play his idol. Of course, a really bold move would be to tip off Freddie, force him to play the idol, and then just flush his idol and then target somebody else anyway. But I think if we target Freddie, we should blindside him and try and get him out.
Yeah, unless of course you really manipulate him, get him to trust us
tell him, get Toby out that way, but we still vote Freddie because we know that it won't matter because he's playing the idol, and then he trusts us, and then we're able to get him out later. And I don't know how I did it, but I somehow managed to get Ben to think that my idea was his idea, which I didn't think was going to happen. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but he did, and he suggested my idea, and now we're doing it together.
We are going to hopefully get 7 people that are my allies right now to all vote for Freddie. Freddie plays his idol, that thrashes his idol, and then those 4 will vote for Toby. Toby goes out, I lose no favour with him or my allies on that side, but I gain favour with Freddie and got rid of his idol anyway.
Oh my god, I like this. Because then Freddie trusts us.
Freddie trusts us.
And also that's a way to disrupt everything and a way for us to be like
And we still stay
control.
trustworthy.
Yeah, to everyone.
As far as they're aware, we have no alliance, no allegiance to Freddie. It would like destabilise everything.
Should we do this?
Oh, Ben thinks that the power is between me and Ben, when really the power is between me and Freddie. It also gives us room if then Freddie becomes a useful alliance.
Yeah.
Freddie, it gives us like we have options.
Plus it gets his idol out.
Yeah.
It like ticks every box.
Yeah. But right now Ben is so useful because I can get him to think it's my ideas and he's going to do it with me. Oh my gosh, I'm so tense, I'm so stressed.
The only risk there is if those 4 choose to see that they've got complete control and choose to vote for somebody else. But to be honest, I don't see that happening because they were already trying to get votes onto Toby. And they do see Toby as a big threat. And I agree, which is why I'm willing to do this.
I'm feeling, I don't really know how I'm feeling. I'm going to speak to Lizzie about voting out Toby because we just need Lizzie, Nogga, Phoebe and Freddie to vote Toby. And Toby's out. Can I do this? Can I pull this off? Hello Lizzie Hart. Hello Robin Hunter. Okay.
In the game, I don't know if Lizzie trusts me, and I don't know how much I trust Lizzie. But I know she trusts Freddie, so by an extension of that, I think hopefully she'll trust me.
Have you actually spoke to anyone since yesterday?
Yes.
Who have you spoke to?
I'm telling you, I'm being very, very honest with you.
Please.
You're the only person, you're one of the only people that's going to know this full plan.
Okay.
So there's a plan. So I'm going to be honest with you. Everyone's voting Freddie. Don't panic. Don't panic. Freddie's not going out.
I've just found out that apparently NFT Tribe are like gunning to be the top 6.
I'm telling you all this in total. I trust you like very, very implicitly in this. Like I'm genuinely imploring you not to tell anyone this because I am telling you this because in the long run I would rather go further with you guys.
According to Robin, the secret mole, Robin has told me that she's in it with me, Nogga, Phoebe and Freddie, which I don't understand, but I'm like grateful for if the information's like true. I can't lie, I mean I feel a little surprised at the outcome of your meeting because
Yeah,
I
me
thought
too.
what was happening yesterday is that they were all implying they wanted to vote Phoebe out.
There is nothing I can do to stop this.
They think Freddie's a bigger threat than Phoebe. They've settled on voting Freddie out because they think that Freddie's pulling the strings, which is crazy because the conversation we had yesterday, none of that was implied. And I know for a fact that the reason it was so weird when we were all leaving is because they were fucking waiting for me to leave. And like, if what's happened is, as I left, Toby and Owen went back inside, Ollie came upstairs and they all sat in Owen's room and discussed it, I'm fucking fuming. I'm fucking fuming at Toby if that's happened and he's not told me. And it's like, I don't know, like, what?
I'm going to tell Freddie and get him to play his immunity card because I was going to say, I think the biggest threat is Toby.
Right.
And if you, Phoebe, Freddie and Nogga, and I think Phoebe was the one who originally suggested this, last night on the bus, vote Toby, then Toby goes out, Freddie stays in.
Yeah, I know Phoebe sees Toby as a big threat. But she's going to tell Freddie so that Freddie uses his immunity idol because she wants to vote out Toby. My 2 alliances, Freddie and Toby. It's like fucking Sophie's Choice is what it is. It's like, I'm so pissed off. Fucking dickhead, I'm a victim.
I was like, I'm just here for a good time. Having a great time, aren't we?
Like, there's nothing I can, because even if I don't vote with them, I think Will's going to vote with them, so it's automatically 6 people.
I don't want Freddie to leave.
Me either. So the only way to protect Freddie is to get his immunity idol and then to destabilise NFT, because as soon as if we don't destabilise them, they'll just go for Freddie again next week.
And so, like, apparently Phoebe and Nogga, and I did kind of know this, have said that they consider Toby to be a threat. But apparently they've also talked about it with Robin, who's like wholeheartedly agreeing. Apparently NFT Tribe have like got Will to vote for Freddie as well. So it's like, if Freddie will get the most votes, we'll use his immunity idol, and then the person with the next most votes, they want to be Toby, if we all vote for Toby. I don't want to vote for Toby because he will keep me in this game. I think, but if there was like a secret meeting last night and he's not told me, then it's like, is Toby in an alliance with me, or is it Toby in the game for himself? Which like is fair because he's very committed.
Okay, so what did you say to Will? You said you spoke to Will.
For me at the moment, I'm just voting on people that I either know or get a good vibe off.
See,
Just a neutral character really, so I just feel I'm not going to be making any packs, but I'd also like to see at the same time where everyone is, because at the same time I don't want to waste my vote in that sense, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not really bothered about like the alliances, so far anyway.
I think I'm just going to kind of sit on the fence and, you know, fit in, see what happens. Get them to kind of think that I'm nice and playing a game. Well, not playing a game doesn't necessarily mean much to me unless it's going to, you know, put me further.
I spoke to Owen earlier, and he said that voted for Freddie.
This week, when you left, Freddie, we were all like, well, who do we go for? And then Freddie was like, well, because I know him the least, why don't we just go for Will?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was speaking to Ben yesterday, and me and Ben both want like you to ride with us.
Yeah.
If you're down with that.
And he said that all I need to do is just vote that way, and that guarantees at least 6 people. So he'd go in that circumstance if I voted that way.
Will's voting Freddie, but there was nothing.
Why is Will voting Freddie?
Because Owen spoke to Will and NFT have got to Will.
Put it this way, my vote this week is secure. I already know I'm voting for
Freddie.
Freddie, yeah. Just because,
Yeah, that's fair play. I don't know if Toby is that big of a threat. I don't know whether it's like I'm playing a different game to everyone else, but like,
no, Toby.
you think?
Remember that week we won, and we like the ping pong week, and we were like flipping. Do you remember like that week?
Yeah.
We won because Owen and Toby know Survivor so well. They used all the Survivor tactics.
We should never forget that Owen and Toby know this game better than the rest of us. I always feel like when I speak to Owen, he's always very like sit on the fencey. And I don't think Owen's sitting on the fence. I think Owen is making us all think he sits on the fence and is going with the crowd, but actually has his own agenda because he knows this game.
Yeah, but I don't think Toby's in charge. I think Ben is in charge.
And Robin was sort of saying like, oh, she thinks that like Owen and Toby are like big threats because they know the game, but then like I had this whole thing yesterday where I really think that like Ben is pulling a lot of the strings. I think Ben is trying to do this thing where he's leading without leading, where he's basically choosing what's going to happen and then making other people think it's their idea. I really do think that's happening.
I think Ben is lying low, because also when we were having the conversation yesterday, he kept pushing it to me to lead it. He was like, Lizzie, what do you think? Lizzie, you talk first.
So maybe Ben's got to go.
I don't know, because I don't know who his alliance is. Because I've actually never played in a tribe with you, Owen, or Ben. I'm amazed that you trust me.
You don't trust me?
No, of course. No, not like I don't trust you. As in just like that you were like, oh, like my main alliances are like with you, Phoebe and Nogga. I'm flattered.
I really do think that Ben doesn't want to be the first person to say things, because he was present when the thing happened with Charlie. He was part of those conversations, like, and then I sort of said to Robin was like, oh no, I don't know, because then I'm like, oh, is Robin in it with Ben? I don't know.
I just think if we leave Ben to do his own thing, then he'll get himself out. I genuinely think we will, because I think in the end he'll like end up making a mistake.
What do you think?
Well, if he is this like sort of like leading it from the inside, and sort of being the divisive one and sort of making bold choices, eventually someone's going to go and they're going to vote Ben out.
Do you think he's in charge? As in, like, do you think that he is spearheading a lot of the decisions being made of that team?
I think he was the one that led Freddie.
I don't fucking know anything. I'm fucking done with this shit. I don't want to play. I don't want to play. You're all crazy. That's what I have to say. You're all liars and you're all crazy. I don't believe anything any of you say.
Robin in the house.
Robin, woo!
Okay, everyone's voting for you. Yes. Don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress.
I'm not stressing, but you need to elaborate.
I'm gonna have to vote because I'm gonna have to come there first.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not voting for you, but my vote means nothing because you're playing.
So who's voting?
Everyone in NFC.
Everyone in NFC. Owens. Serious? Wow. Because literally yesterday I had dinner in Owen's flat and he said to me how happy he was that we were back on the same team again.
I told you, he's a dark horse.
So you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted.
You can't trust him.
Nothing's happened as I expected, but it should be in the clear nonetheless.
Because I knew everything going into this great meeting. And Owen was like, I don't know who we're going to vote for, even though I've been told then that Owen was one of the people that was like, it's got to be Freddie.
Would they predict who we go for?
Well, in that case, I'm going to be completely honest. I think the play is Freddie this week.
He was like, I feel so bad if I can do it. And I was like, I know you're one of the people pushing for this. Because Ben is currently like my sort of like informant.
Like, there's no alternative. Like, I can't just let myself go out, so I've got to play my idol.
So, as far as I'm aware, the new Fire Tornado tribe have decided that they are going to win amongst themselves.
Which is crazy.
Which is mental, but they have selected me to vote out first because I'm the threat.
Which is also
interesting.
Mad to me. Like,
however, as you know,
yes,
I have a means of protecting myself.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently everyone knows that.
Why?
I don't know, because I only told you and Robin, but apparently the whole of their tribe have been discussing it as a fact.
They'll have no reason, hopefully, to suspect that I knew about their plan.
You, me, Phoebe, and Nogga. We all vote in unison. Then whoever we vote for goes out, assuming that I use my idol.
Yeah, which you will.
Which I will.
Because I was like, I don't know if Toby's as big a threat as like Owen or Ben. And she was like, Toby is a big threat. Toby and Owen know all the rules. And she was like, I think it would be easier to get rid of Toby first. And she's right, but I don't want to vote for Toby. I don't. I hate Fire Tornado, and I want everyone to know it, including you.
You hate me also, or you want me to know also?
No, I hate you also.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
If this pulls off, then I need to lay low. I just need to do what everyone else does for a couple of weeks, as long as I protect Freddie.
My only worry was Robin, because she did have an alliance with Freddie initially. There's a little part of her which I know doesn't want to do it.
Thank God you told me, man. I had no plans of using the idol tomorrow.
I will be your mole of sorts, but you have to keep me in because they're currently trying to get the final six everyone in NFT, which means that they're going to get everyone out. I don't want that. You don't want that.
I have this little bad boy. Tomorrow we get rid of one of the core members of NFT.
Yeah. I think Toby is, because there is the potential of voting out Owen and then it will be easier to vote out Ollie, but I think Toby's going to be a hard one to get out.
I don't know that he is. I feel like people recognise him as strong, so it could be swayed.
Unless you get Owen out this week.
We need to try and figure out who we could get on side easiest for next week.
The other one is Ben. Ben knows about this plan to get Toby out.
Is there any chance that Ben is trying to double cross you? What if Ben goes and tells the rest of them, oh guys, I've just got Robin to go and tell Freddie our plan?
I love playing. I feel like it's so fun playing it with Freddie. Like, I think maybe it's because we're on different sides of the group and all the like sneaking around, but like I think that like I'm playing some risks, but I don't think I'm playing it too risky. You guys decide on your own. It'll be a surprise for me.
Okay. She said was do whatever you guys want to, and it can be a surprise for me tomorrow. That girl is a maniac. Anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past Toby to like vote out Freddie and not tell me, because I think he knows that I have alliances with Freddie, so it's the smart thing to do. But if that's the case, then there's obviously like if you're withholding information and I'm not withholding information, then it's not a balanced thing. So that would piss me off.
You just speak to Phoebe and Nogga.
Yeah.
When it gets down to it, I think Phoebe and Nogga will choose each other over both of us.
I agree.
But I would choose you over both of them.
I also agree.
Okay, can I just...
Because I really want to trust Toby. but I just don't right now.
It's the day of the tribal council. Robin has told me that she's pulling the plug on our little idea, our little plan. She wasn't able to establish like that connection with Freddie in time. It's just disappointing because I think it would have been a good play, but in doing so, I think she's condemned Freddie. I would be inclined to make a decision right now that Freddie is who we target this week.
Yeah, I'd be really
If we all collectively decide.
We have to be absolutely, like, we have to 100% trust each other.
Yeah.
We're all doing this
Absolutely.
In worst case scenario, I reckon they might flip their votes onto Ben, and he goes home instead, which again, I'm very much not opposed to.
Robin said that at her tribal, Toby and Owen were like whispering and whispering.
I also think it's worth considering that Ben is like a slightly quieter Owen. I think he is kind of orchestrating things. I'm not going to forget to bring the idol tomorrow.
It's okay. 3, 2, 1. NFT! Okay.
Thanks, Freddie.
I went for a hug.
Okay, we got this.
Cool.
I can't believe I went for that thing on camera when it was a hug. That's so embarrassing. If they do want to be top 6, that means that at some point Toby has to turn on me. I don't want Toby to turn on me. I wish I was on
Am I allowed to eat?
Yeah. No.
Alright, welcome back to Tribal Council, new Ixal tribe. So Toby, how did you feel about the merge?
I feel like as a Survivor fan, this was a big milestone for me that I was sort of aiming for. I feel like now I can kind of be happy with how I've done. But then also, it's great to have everyone together on the same tribe, being able to strategize with everyone is a lot of fun.
So Phoebe, how do you feel about being confirmed to be on the jury? You will have a say in voting for the winner of the season.
That is literally so exciting.
Yeah.
That's so fun because it doesn't matter if I leave because now I can be in the final regardless. So that's super fun. I've got a guaranteed slot. And that's also just exciting because I mean, now people have to like really be careful with what they do, right? And you can't piss anyone here off too much because that can fuck you over like a lot.
So Ben, how does the merge change? How is it different to potentially the previous rounds?
Can't rely on immunity as much anymore. I think, at least for the first few weeks, there was very much a sense of who cares, let's not even think about voting people off, let's just win the challenge. Can't rely on that anymore. You've got to start really like forming connections and no longer relying on outside influences.
So Lizzie, you won immunity this week. Are you happy with that? Did it give you some room to breathe and feel safe?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously helpful. I feel like everybody kind of wants to be in this position because, like Ben said, you've got to start making connections now, but not only that, you have to trust that they're real, and it's just nicer if you get to wear a necklace and not have to risk it.
Now, it's not all, getting to come together and work together. Owen, at what point do you figure out where the where are the lines drawn? Do you think that lines are starting to be drawn between the sides?
I think they will be after the vote. I just don't know what's going to happen with the vote. They will be drawn, because I just don't know what's going to... Yeah.
Robin, do you feel like the target shifts from who people want to vote out? Do you think people start looking at the big threats and thinking who may have to go?
I think it's like a mixture because, like, to a certain extent, like, is it too obvious to go for big threats now? But also, if the challenge is every man for himself in terms of immunity, then you're going to want to get rid of the stronger players, so you stand more of a chance of getting immunity. So.
Freddie, how much does trust play into the vote?
I think you kind of don't have much of a choice. You kind of have to rely on trust because the alternative is guessing. Like, you have to assume that people will
do what you expect them to, and if they don't, well, then there's no way of knowing that. So yeah, I think it's one of those positions where even though you don't know whether you can trust people, you don't really have much of a choice to an extent.
Tilly, is this game stressful?
Yes. No, I think parts of it are stressful, such as voting out is kind of draining because you don't want to vote anyone out. And also you have to now be more tactical with the fact that they're going to be on the jury. You have to think, well, how do I vote this person out without it seeming like I want them out and not that good?
Are you dealing drugs?
Nogga, do you think that relationships will start to be tested? Do you think people are going to start taking the game more personally? Now that we're down to the wire, people are getting closer and closer to seeing that prize, that title of sole survivor.
I feel like, I don't know if relationships are going to be tested as much as they're going to be formed. I think, well, I wasn't here at the merge. I kind of wish I had been so I could see like on people's faces like how they felt, but there are people in this team that I've not actually been on a team with yet, and it'd be nice to get to know them, and I like would hope they're feeling the same way, just because it's like, yeah, I think if any relationships are going to be tested, it's just like, are people willing to be friends with you and like see what you're like as a player when they're actually on your team.
Will, do you think you've made friends?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so anyway, unless you're all horrible two-faced people that actually hate me.
Well, why don't we find out?
That's why. We'll find out.
It is time to vote. Phoebe, you're on.
Oh my gosh, I'm first again.
Ollie, you're up.
That's all for now.
I'm just really hoping this pays off.
Brought it upon yourself.
This is purely just to get your idol out of the game, so I have more power. I'm sorry.
Freddie, hope you're ready and keep it steady. Otherwise, you're deady.
I'll read the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Ready for you? Are you playing it for?
Playing for myself because I've not spoken to anyone this week, and we have a numbers disadvantage as the new vice right. So I feel like if there was ever a time to protect myself, it would have to be now.
The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, any votes cast against them will not count. This is a hidden immunity idol, any votes cast for Freddie will not count. I'll read the votes. Freddie will not count. Freddie will not count. Freddie will not count. Freddie will not count. No votes for anyone still. Freddie will not count. Freddie will not count. Freddie will not count. Owen. Owen. 2 votes Owen. Eighth person voted out of Survivor Warwick Roots of War.
Wow, guys. Okay.
That's 3, that's enough. Have your thoughts?
Okay. Sounds interesting. Thank you, Freddie and Phoebe.
Owen. Thanks, Ruth. Head out.
Ooh. Stay, guys.
Well, idols were played and big moves were made. We'll see who is able to scrabble out of the rubble. Grab your stuff, head out. Next time on Survivor. You're out of the game, hold on.
Do you think for a second that I did not know exactly what was happening?
More and more people seem interested in being my friend.
Everyone who has tried to be snaky has been fucked over thus far.
If you were flipping, then I should just flip anyway.
The reason? I want to know the reason. I don't get it. I don't get it. I had multiple people in those backs. I wasn't even targeting like a lot of like some of the people that voted for me. Someone in NFT is a little rat. I'd rather fucking eat this piece of paper that has my name on it than vote for any of those fuckers. At least I got voted out because I'm playing better than everyone and they actually had fucking brain.